What is up guys, welcome back to another video. Finally I have upgraded from my 2014 MacBook Pro to the 2019 iMac. Let's talk about that. So I have just purchased this 27-inch 2019 iMac last month. Let's talk about why I purchased this in the first place, and we will do a mini review at the end of this video. The reason that I purchased this iMac is to replace my 2014 MacBook Pro. Now, this MacBook Pro has served me so well, and it is still working great now. So why do I need the upgrade? I mostly do photo editing in Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop, and it is still running okay. A little bit slow, but still acceptable. I also edit videos on Final Cut Pro using this MacBook Pro, and it handles 1080p footage just fine. But whenever I throw in a 4K footage, it won't even running. The playback is super choppy. And yes, you can still edit 4K video and export it out, but you will need a lot of patience to do that. This MacBook Pro also only has 128 gigs of SSD, which means it's going to fill up pretty quickly. Whenever I download a big file, I need to move the file to the external hard drive. And the worst part is, if I want to edit some old footage, I need to copy the file from my external hard drive to my laptop, because my external hard drive is a traditional spinning drive, so the performance is really bad. But in early 2020, I purchased this external SSD. It is a lifesaver. So now I mostly store my stuff in here so I can directly edit it from here. That was my MacBook Pro history. Now let's talk about the iMac. The iMac that I purchased was the 27-inch base model. Why did I buy the 27-inch, not the 21? Well, only for a reason, and that is user upgradable memory, which means you can upgrade the memory by yourself. Every iMac that is available right now only has 8 GB of memory. It is certainly not enough for me, and it is bad for a long-term investment. I know that you can build to order on Apple website and configure it up to 64 GB of memory, but unfortunately, build to order is not available in my country, which is Indonesia. So the best bet is to buy a 8 GB of memory iMac and upgrade it to your desired. I've added 16 GB of RAM to my iMac, so now my iMac has 24 GB of memory. The specs of this iMac is good enough for me. It has X generation of Intel Core i5 processor, AMD Radeon 570X, and 1TB of Fusion drive. And the display of this iMac is just beautiful. It is a 5K display and thus a lot of pixels. You will know how beautiful it is when you see it in person. The only downside of this iMac is the Fusion drive. The Fusion drive is basically a small SSD with a traditional hard drive. 1TB of Fusion drive only has 24 GB of SSD. 2TB and higher has 128 GB of SSD. So if your storage is filled up along the way, or if you are always working with a big file, you will definitely feel the performance impact because the SSD is not enough. Despite of that, I still think this iMac is a great computer. The display is amazing. I also like the Magic Keyboard that is included in the box. The design is really sleek and it feels really good to type on. And I also like the typing sound. As for the Magic Mouse tool, I don't quite like it because I think the tracking speed is not fast enough, although I have set it to the fastest in setting. But I'm still using it though, because I like the horizontal scrolling. Maybe I'll get used to it in few months. Does the 2019 iMac worth upgrading from my 2014 MacBook Pro? I think that's a yes. I love everything about this iMac except for the Fusion drive. So if you have the option to build to order, I suggest you to stay away from Fusion drive. And if you are thinking to buy a new iMac right now, I suggest you to hold off for a little longer, because there are rumors that Apple is going to announce a new redesigned iMac at WWDC. The event is scheduled on 22nd of June and it's only a week away. Before I end this video, I want to show you some performance comparison between the 2014 MacBook Pro and the 2019 iMac. Here you go. That's all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're into this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to share it with your friends. And I'll see you in my next videos. Peace.